channel. In this video, I am going to discuss determinant of all square matrices. So let's start the video. Determinant of a square matrix. If A is a matrix of order n cross n in which entry have been noted by Aij, then determinant of A can be written like this. And if A is matrix which has been written like this, then determinant of A has been written like this. Some properties of a determinant of a matrix. First property says that determinant of transpose of a matrix is equal to determinant of the square matrix A. Second property says determinant of the conjugate of matrix A is equal to conjugate of the determinant of the matrix A. And the third property says determinant of the conjugate transpose of the matrix A is equal to conjugate of the determinant of the matrix A. Now, fourth property says if A is a square matrix of order n, then determinant of K into A matrix is equal to K raised to the power n into determinant of A. Fifth property says if A and B are square matrices of same order n, then determinant of A into B is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. Sixth property says if M is any natural number, then determinant of A raised to the power m mth power of determinant of A. Seventh property says if determinant of A plus B, then determinant of A and B does not have any relation. Now see this example. We have two determinants. Value of first determinant is 50 and value of second determinant is 50. But the value of determinant A plus B is equal to 200 minus 10 raised to the power 5, which is not equal to the sum of these two determinant value. Determinant of idempotent matrices are either 0 or 1. We know that in idempotent matrices A square is equal to A, then taking determinant both sides we will get this. And in the end you will get determinant of A is equal to 0 or 1. Now the necessary condition for a matrix to be idempotent is that its determinant is 0 or 1. Now see this question. If S is a set which contains matrices of order 3 cross 3 such that A square is equal to A and A is equal to this matrix, ABC belongs to C. Now you can see that this is a collection of idempotent matrices and the determinant of A is not equal to 0 or 1. So this matrix set is an empty set. Plus 1 or minus 1 are the only possible values of determinant of involuntary matrices. Now A square is equal to identity matrix, as we know that A is involuntary matrix in this case. Now taking determinant both sides, we will get determinant of A is equal to plus minus 1. Now see this example. This matrix is clearly involuntary matrix, so the determinant value will be 1 or minus 1. So the mode of the determinant of matrix A will be equal to 1. Determinant of nilpotent matrix is always 0. If A is any nilpotent matrix, then there exists natural number m such that A raised to the power m is equal to 0. Taking determinant both sides and applying property of determinant, you will get determinant of A is equal to 0. So the necessary condition for a matrix to be nilpotent is that its determinant is 0. Now determinant of orthogonal matrices are either 1 or minus 1. So A into A dash is equal to identity matrix. Taking determinant both sides and applying some properties of determinant of matrix, you will get square of determinant of A is equal to 1. You will get determinant of A is equal to plus minus 1. Now consider this question. This matrix is clearly orthogonal matrix. So determinant A has its magnitude equal to plus minus 1 mod, which will be equal to 1. Now determinant of unitary matrix is of unit modulus. A into A theta is equal to identity matrix, as we know that A is unitary matrix. So taking determinant both sides and applying some property of determinant, you will get determinant of A into conjugate of determinant of A is equal to 1. And now consider determinant of A is equal to x plus iota y and the conjugate of determinant of A is equal to x minus iota y. So determinant of A into conjugate of determinant of A will be equal to x square plus y square, and which is equal to square of the magnitude of x plus iota y. So in our case we will get square of the magnitude of determinant of A equal to 1, which implies that magnitude of determinant of A is equal to 1, which implies that determinant of A is equal to e raised to power iota theta, because modulus is always non-negative. Now consider this question. Which of the following may be the value of determinant of unitary matrix? So you have to just go for the magnitude value. So A, B, C, D, E, G options are correct, because in all of these cases you will get magnitude equal to 1 for all of these complex numbers, and for ith and h option you will not get a magnitude value equal to 1. Now determinant of symmetric matrix can be any number. Proof says a is equal to a dash. Now taking determinant both sides, you will get determinant of a is equal to determinant of a after applying property of determinant, which is always true. Now it is not equation, it is identity. Hence determinant of symmetric matrix can be any number. Now a is some symmetric matrix, and determinant of a is equal to a plus iota b. Now consider this note: determinant of skew symmetric matrix of odd order is always 0, but determinant of skew symmetric matrix of even order can be any number. A is equal to minus a dash. Taking determinant both sides and applying property of determinant, you will get a determinant of a is equal to minus 1 raised to the power n into determinant of a dash, which will be further equal to minus 1 raised to the power n into determinant of a. It will be equal to minus of determinant of a if n is odd, and it will be equal to determinant of a if n is even, because minus 1 raised to the power n is equal to 1 if n is even, and minus 1 raised to the power n is equal to minus 1 if n is odd. So when n is odd, determinant of a is equal to minus of determinant of a, and it will be further implies that 2 into determinant of a is equal to 1 is equal to 0, and it will implies that determinant of a is equal to 0. When n is even, determinant of a is equal to determinant of a, which is clearly identity, which is always true. So when n is odd, determinant of skew symmetric matrix is always 0, and when n is even, determinant of skew symmetric matrix it can be any number. Now consider this question. You can see this is a skew symmetric matrix of odd order, so the determinant of this matrix will be 0, whatever be the value of a, b, c, d, e, f, g, k, l, m, n, which belongs to complex number. Determinant of Hermitian matrix is always real. Now see this proof: a is equal to a theta. Taking determinant both sides and applying some property of determinant, you will get determinant of a is equal to x plus iota into 0 is equal to x, which is purely real, because if we consider determinant of a is equal to x plus iota y, then conjugate of determinant of a will be x minus iota y, and it will further implies that 2 into iota y is equal to 0, which will imply that y is equal to 0. Now consider this question. You can see this matrix is clearly Hermitian matrix. Its determinant will be purely real, so y will be equal to 0. So by putting y is equal to 0 in both the quantity, you will get e raised to the power sine of cos 1, and in the second quantity you will get the answer equal to 1. Now consider this note: determinant of skew Hermitian matrices of even order is real, but determinant for odd order is either 0 or purely imaginary. Now consider proof: a is equal to minus a theta. Now taking determinant both sides and applying some property of determinant, you will get determinant of a is equal to minus 1 raised to the power n into determinant of conjugate transpose of a, where n is equal to order of a. Now it will imply that determinant of a is equal to minus 1 raised to the power n into determinant into conjugate of determinant of a. If n is even, then determinant of a will be equal to conjugate of determinant of a. It implies that determinant of a is real. If n is odd, then determinant of a will be equal to minus of conjugate of determinant of a. So let's suppose if x plus iota y is equal to determinant of a, then it will imply that x plus iota y is equal to minus of x minus iota y, and it will imply that 2x is equal to 0, and it will imply that x is equal to 0. So it will further implies that determinant of a is equal to 0 plus iota y. It will imply that determinant of a is equal to 0 or purely imaginary. So if n is even, then determinant of skew Hermitian matrix is real, and if n is odd, then determinant of skew Hermitian matrix can be 0 or purely imaginary. Now consider this question. You can see that this matrix is clearly skew Hermitian matrix of even order, so its determinant will be real, so imaginary part of the determinant will be 0. Now consider this question. This is a skew Hermitian matrix of odd order, so its determinant will be purely imaginary or 0, so real part of that determinant will be 0. Now consider this question: what are the possible values of determinant of a skew matrix of a square matrix of order 3 whose fourth power is equal to 4 times of its square? Now solution says a raised to the power 4 is equal to 4 times of a square. Taking determinant both sides and applying some property of a determinant, you will get determinant of a is equal to 0 or plus minus 8. Now see this note, determinant of complex, real or rational or integral matrices are respectively complex, real or rational or integral. Now consider this question, what are the possible values of determinant of a real matrix whose square is minus identity matrix? So from the given condition you will get a square is equal to minus identity matrix. Taking determinant both sides you will get square of the determinant of a is equal to minus 1 raised to the power n into determinant of identity matrix by applying some property of determinant, and we know that determinant of identity matrix is equal to 1 if n is odd. Then this equation reduces to second power of determinant of a is equal to minus 1, which is rejected because root of a negative number will give imaginary number, and we know that determinant of real matrix is always real. So if n is even, then this equation will reduces to determinant of a raised to the power 2 will be equal to 1, which implies that determinant of a is equal to plus minus 1. So there does not exist matrix of odd order in this question. Now consider this question, if A is a matrix of order 2 cross 3, then minus iota into A theta has its determinant equal to, we have four options. Order of A is equal to 2 cross 3, and order of A theta will be equal to 3 cross 2, and order of A into A theta will be equal to 2 cross 2, and minus iota into A theta is skew Hermitian of even order, so its determinant is purely real. A into A theta is always Hermitian matrix, and imaginary times of Hermitian matrix is skew Hermitian matrix, and we know that skew Hermitian matrix of even order has determinant equal to purely real number. We have some matrix A, then 7 iota into A minus A theta will have determinant equal to, we have options are same as in previous question. Now the proof says A minus A theta is always skew Hermitian matrix, and imaginary times of skew Hermitian matrix is Hermitian matrix. So whatever will be the order, determinant of Hermitian matrix is always purely real. So again the correct answer is purely real. Now if A plus A theta is asked, we know that A plus A theta is always Hermitian matrix, and imaginary times of A plus A theta is always skew Hermitian matrix, and we know that the skew Hermitian matrix of odd order has always determinant equal to purely imaginary or zero number. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my work, then do subscribe my channel and like my video.